Hello kids, this video is for grade 10th, day 17, chapter 3, linear equation in two variable. So in this video, we are going to solve a question based on cross multiplication. Basically, we'll be focusing on the type of question where we have to deal with the infinite many solution, one solution, that kind of question. So before I start, let me clear a doubt asked by a student. This question I have given you as an assignment also, right? So the question is a by bx minus b by a y equals to a plus b, and the second one is ax minus by equals to 2ab. These are the two equations. The variables are x and y and other are constant, right? To write it in the standard form, I'll shift this a plus b, entire a plus b term to the LHS side. It will become minus a plus b, and this plus 2ab will become minus 2ab. This is how we write linear equation in the standard form, right? Now, using cross multiplication formula for x, the variables are x, y and constant, which are the numerator. At denominator, if I'll hide x, what are the terms which are left? The coefficient only. Here I have, if you hide this, here I have minus b by a, so I have written minus b by a, and below that I have minus b, so I have written minus b. After that, the next is minus a plus b, so minus a plus b and minus 2ab, right? And we'll cross multiply this. So what we'll do, we'll cross multiply. Similarly for y, if I'll hide this, the terms are this minus a plus b, minus 2ab, and the next one is a by b and a. Again, if I'll hide the constant one, what are the coefficient that you are getting? That is a by b, so I have written a by b, and then a below a I have written. After that, the next coefficient is minus b by a, so I have written minus b by a, and then minus b, so minus b. Then we know that using cross multiplication formula, we'll multiply this. So minus b by a into minus 2ab, so minus minus will become plus, so it will be like that, and minus, then again this minus minus will become plus, so a plus b into b. We subtract it, right? Again we'll find the product of these two, and we'll subtract the product of this from the up arrow from the down arrow, right? This is what we do in case of cross multiplication. So I have done exactly the same. Similarly over here, if you have doubt in this step, anyone, then you can refer my previous video, that is day 16 video, where I have explained how we multiply in cross multiplication. On multiplication, after multiplying it, I'll get this equation. After multiplication and after simplifying it, I'll get this equation. Now 2b squared minus b squared is b squared minus ab, and further on further simplification it will look somehow like this. So now I can equate. If you take b common from here, it will become b minus a. I have taken common here, so here I have a minus b and equals to 1 by b minus a. So 1 by 1, I equate the x with the constant and then y with the constant, right? To get the value of x and y. So if I equate this with constant, this will cancel out. The value of x is b, and the value of y by this equals to this. So here I can take negative sign common, so that it should be in the form of b minus a, because here we have a minus b. So I'll take negative sign outside. So this will cancel out. B minus a and b minus a will cancel out. So once it will cancel out, and the value of y is minus a. So the value of x is b and the value of y is minus a. This is how we solve question. Now let's proceed with another question. This type of question you can practice as much you can, because if you see the previous year question, then you can clearly see that these kind of questions are normally being asked by the board in many years. So you can practice this kind of question. The question is, find the value of k for which the given system of equation has infinitely many solutions, and the equations are kx plus 3y equals to k minus 3 and 12x plus ky equals to k. These are the two equations for which it has infinitely many solutions. First of all, I'll write it in the standard form. What is the standard form? We know that a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. These are the two standard equations of linear equation in two variable, right? So writing like that, I'll shift this k minus 3 to RHS side. So this will become plus 3 and this plus k will become minus k. So I have written it like that. Similarly, I'll shift this k to the LHS side. So it will become minus k. Now if you compare these two equations with the standard form, can you figure it out that the value of a1 is how much? K. Just compare the coefficient of x and y. b1 is 3 and the value c1 is how much? 3 minus k. So that's I have written. Similarly, a2 is 12, b2 is k and c2 is minus k. Exactly, I have written the same. Now, what is the condition for infinitely many solution? The condition for infinitely many solution is a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c2. If you have doubt in this, refer my day 16 video. So this is the condition for infinitely many solution. Now at place of a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2, substitute the value. And then try to solve. Solve this first. So k into k. K by 12 equals to 3 by k. From there I can get the value k square equals to 36. So the value of k is plus minus 6. There are two different values which you will be getting. One situation is that if I have compared this one, I got k equals to plus minus 6. This is my equation number 1. And the second is if I compare 3 by k with 3k, 3 minus k divided by minus k. If I compare this, then from there I am getting the value of k as 0 and k. Now which one should I take? Should I take k equals to 0, plus 6, minus 6 or what? A very important point. Because still here you all can solve, but at last in order to find the value of k, that is important. What is the particular value of k? So the value of k will be plus 6. Why? Because this plus 6 is present over here, which is plus 6, and here also this plus 6 is present. In case number 1, the value of k are plus 6 and minus 6. And here the value of k are 0 and plus 6. So what is the common? That is plus 6, right? So from 1 and 2, you can conclude that you will take the common one. So for k equals to 6, I can say that the given equation has infinite many solution. So this is my answer. So this is let's solve the next question, which is to find the value of k for which the pair of linear equation 3k plus 1x plus 3y minus 2 equals to 0 and k squared plus 1x plus k minus 2y minus 5 equals to 0 has no solution. Here I am talking about no solution. Now we know that this is the standard form of linear equation. If you compare with this, then from here it is clear that a1 equals to this, b1 equals to 3 and c1 equals to minus 2. Similarly, a2 equals to this, b2 equals to this and c2 equals to minus 5. So likewise you will write it, right? Now what is the condition for no solution? The condition for no solution is a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. So I have to satisfy all the conditions that a1 by a2 must be equals to b1 by b2 and also b1 by b2 must not be equals to c1 by c2. So let's try to solve that. See, in exam we know the condition, we know the value of a and b. Till here you will solve, but later on you will get confused in order to write the value of k. There only we face confusion. So this video specially for those kids who get confused what should be the final value of k. So here if I'll compare this, first I'm comparing these two equations. So from here and I'll get 3k plus 1 into k minus 2. So 3k plus 1 into k minus 2 is equals to 3 into k square plus 1. So once I'll simplify it, this 3k square will get cancelled out, and I'm left with k equals to minus 1. So the value of k is how much? Minus 1 from this equation. Also, this also I have to solve that 3k minus 2 is not equals to 2 by 5. So if you simplify this, then k should not be equals to minus 19 by 2. This is my second equation. For k equals to minus 1, if I'll put k equals to minus 1 in 3k minus 2, so I'm getting minus 1 only. Is it equals to 2 by 5? No. So I can say that k should be equals to minus 1. This also you need to cross check. Why? Because this is the entire condition. You may say that, ma'am, at last we are getting the value k equals to minus 1 only, which we can solve after solving this equation only. Why are we supposed to solve this equation? This you have to solve in case of no solution, because this criteria is important, right? This criteria is important. That's why we will show that the value of k must be equal to minus 1 and it should not be equal to 19 by 2. So by stating that the value of k is equals to minus 1, it is already clear that it is not equal to 19 by 2. That's why we'll not write this condition in the final answer, and at finally we'll write that for k equals to minus 1, the value of k equals to, for minus 1, the given pair of linear equation has no solution. So for k equals to minus 1, the given pair of linear equation has no solution. So we'll mention this. That is, in simple language, you may understand that by simply writing k equals to minus 1, it shows that its value is not equals to 19 by 2. It is equals to minus 1 only. That's why I'm writing only this condition in the final answer. I hope this is clear to you. Let's solve another question, that is to find the value of k for which the system of equation this and this has a unique solution, no solution, and in third it is asking that is there any possible value of k for which it has infinite many solution. So by solving this question, the entire concept will get clear from this particular topic. So let's solve one by one. This is the given equation. So here I'll shift 2 to the LHS side so that it can be written in the standard form, right? Here also I'll shift 3. So here I have shifted 3, so it becomes minus 3. That's why, so that I can compare it with the standard form. Standard form is what? Again and again I'm not writing it because now I think you all know what is the standard form. That's why I have not written it over here. But in the exam you have to write it. As I'm solving so many questions here of same pattern, that's why I have not written. So this is my standard form. So if I'll compare this equation with this one, I can see that A1 equals to k, B1 equals to minus 1, and C1 equals to 2, right? A2 equals to 6, B2 equals to minus 2, and C2 equals to minus 3. That you have to write. Here I have not written because already I have solved this kind of question many times. So for unique solution, the condition is A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. This is the solution. This is the condition for unique solution. So I'm solving part number 1. That is my unique solution. So over here, at place of A1, what I'll write? K. At place of A2, what I'll write? 6 is not equal to B1. Its value is minus 1, and B2, its value is minus 2. So I'll write minus 2. Minus minus will cancel out. So the value of K must not be equals to 3. So the value of k can be anything, but it must not be equal to 3. Then in that case, the given pair of equation, linear equation, will have a unique solution. So we can write that the given system of equation will have unique solution when k is not equals to 3. That means k can be anything, but it should not be equal to 3 in case of unique solution. Let's talk about the second case, which is for no solution. We know that the condition for no solution is A1 by A2 is equals to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. So at place of A1 I have k and 6. At place of b1, b2 I have this, and at place of c1 and c2 what I have? c1 and c2. So minus 2 and minus 3. So I'll just compare all the situation one by one. Let's compare this one. So k by 6 equals to minus 1 by 2. From there I can get the value of k equals to 6 by 2, which is equals to k equals to 3. This is my condition number 1. The second part is minus, I can say that k by 6 is not equal to minus 2 by 3. 2 by 3 minus minus will cancel out. So this is also equals to is not equal to this. So I can say that k by 6 is not equal to my 2 by 3. Why I'm not comparing this? Because I know 1 by 2 is not equal to 2 by 3. But here we have to find the value of k. That's why I'm taking k by 6 and 2 by 3. So k by 6 is not equal to 2 by 3. From there I got the value k is not equals to 4. So what it should be the final one? Definitely here clearly if I take k equals to 3, that means that it also satisfies the condition that k is not equals to 4. So the value of k must be equals to 3 in case of no solution, right? Because this condition is also included in this if I write this, because here I have stated that the value of k is how much? 3. So definitely it shows that it is not equal to 4. The value of k is 3. So it's there only. The next is for infinite many solution, I can say that a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c2. This is the condition. At place of a1, a2, b1, b2, c2, c1, c2 I have written. Now first I'll take this. So k by 6 equals to 1 by 2. From there I get the value of k equals to 3. And also if I'll compare this with this one, so k by 6 equals to 2 by 3. So k equals to 4. Is it possible that the value of k is 3 also and 4 also? No, it's not possible. Always the value of k is going to be only one value. As if you remember that in question number 1, I think this one, in question number 1 we were getting the value of k as from equation number 1 plus and minus 6, and here we were getting 0 and 6, but we have selected the one which is plus 6, which is common in both. So the value of k is only one specific value, right? So similarly here I am getting two values, that is 3 and 4, which is not possible. Why? Because k equals to 3 and k equals to 4. It's a contradictory statement. Either it can be 3 or it can be 4, because 3 is not equal to 4, right? So it is not possible. Therefore it is not, there is no value of k for which the given system of linear equation has infinite many solution. So we can say that. So based on today's lesson, I am giving you few assignments question. If also I am going to share a link with you from CBSE. By clicking on that link you can access any book. The link is there in the description part of this video. So by clicking on that particular link you can access any of the book, because I understand totally that most of you are not having books with you, right? And also I'm not able to solve all the queries on time because of lack of time. So to help you, even if, and to make you independent, what I'm doing here is that I'm sharing a link with you. If you'll click on the link you can access all the materials free of cost. The solutions are there, whether it's R.S. Agarwal, Selina or R.D. Sharma, NCERT, all the contents are there, chapter along with the solution. Also for board 10th exam, it's important that link, because CBSE sample papers are also there. So you can access CBSE sample papers. All are in the PDF format, so you can access that. Plus this is not only for the mathematics but for the other subjects also. H.C. Verma or whichever book you prefer, in physics, chemistry, all books are there for all the subjects. And you know that you can download the notes from the link given in the description part of the video. So for this video, the description part is going to be very important, because over there I'm going to share a very important link. So stay connected. If you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe it so you can get the latest updates regarding that. And do not forget to leave your comments. If you have any queries, please write it. I'll try to resolve it. Take care.